The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority has revoked the air operation certificates of East Wind Aviation Logistics Services Limited and Omni Blue Aviation. The authority in a statement says both Omni Blue and East Wind Aviation involved in alteration of applications, licenses, certificates, logbooks, reports and records. NCAA states that its regulations provide the sanctions for such fraud, including revocation of the certificates. Consequently, their respective air operator certificates are hereby revoked. The hijab has been a symbol of the Muslim woman's identity, and our lecture series held in Abuja focused on dispelling stereotypes and highlighting the resilience and solidarity of hijab-wearing women. Shehu Muhammad Dati attended the event and now reports.
The 2025 World Hijab Day celebrations featured a lecture series jointly organized by various Muslim women groups. The event, themed #Hijab is on Silence, hosted Professor Saadato Hassan Liman, Vice Chancellor of Nasarawa State University, as a guest lecturer.
That goes to show that every woman has the right to wear whatever she wants to wear as long as it is modest, and wearing hijab makes a woman more and more modest. That is the way she wants to be identified, and she should be allowed to be identified as such. It is not a sign of oppression. It is not a sign of submissive to anybody. It's submission to Allah.
Amina Anamadisambo, wife of the former vice president, attended as the guest of honor. She stressed the importance of wearing hijab as a divine commandment rather than a barrier to success. Mrs. Sambo expressed concern over the trend of Muslim youths adopting Western-style wedding gowns, urging them to proudly wear hijab as a symbol of their faith.
So many religions believe in the hijab, not only the Muslims. It is a symbol of piety, it's a symbol of modesty, and above all, it is a symbol of accepting the dictates of Allah.
The lecture series also featured student presentation and testimonies from individuals affected by stereotypes. The event encouraged attendees to embrace hijab as a voluntary expression of religious conviction. In Abuja, Shehu Muhammad Dati, NTA News.
With an estimate of over 20 million Nigerians in diaspora, the Nigerian Diaspora Commission has provided a strategic enlightenment process that will promote investment in the entire northeastern parts of the country. It is with the view to attract investors from diaspora to invest in bringing back of economic activities in the region. Maria Mubala has details.
With the Northeast endowed with natural resources which could be tapped, stakeholders in this gathering are strategizing on how they could tap resources in the region.
Agriculture, natural resources and tourism are potentials that abound in the region but without getting their full benefits. Ensuring a bureaucratic process to eradicate fear by investors in diaspora is what has brought together stakeholders to brainstorm on the $90 billion remittance from diaspora and how it can be used for Nigeria's socio-economic growth.
Clear evidences have therefore continued to point that if the Northeast does not prioritize revenue generation through appropriate exploitation of our potentials, the future of the economy of the region is not likely to be bright. This is most especially as we approach a new tax regime in the Nigerian tax system.
This workshop is designed to provide a platform for diaspora investors to learn about the investment opportunities available in the Northeast region and to connect with local stakeholders and policymakers.
The Diaspora Commission delegate from 6 states of the Northeast and the FCT paid a visit to Governor Bala Mohammed on the need to prioritize revenue generation through exploitation of potentials. In Bauchi, Maria Mubala, NTA News.
The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pati, says President Bola Tinubu's administration is committed to sustaining the eradication of polio and strengthening routine immunization across Nigeria. Speaking at the 42nd Expert Review Committee on polio briefing in Abuja, the minister highlighted ongoing challenges such as vaccine procurement delays, community hesitancy, and cross-border virus transmission, emphasizing the need for greater accountability by political leaders at all levels to take responsibility for addressing gaps in the immunization process.
We would map out all these recommendations and see what does he do, what do I do. But that's just one part. On the political leadership, from the president, the vice president, the economic council, up to the governors, and we'll have the next NEC meeting and we'll go and continue to push. I'm responsible for that. And I take that responsibility and I continue to push and I will not pass the buck.
We can get the governors of some, particularly states where we have intense transmission, to provide executive supervision. So when the governors get involved, then we are likely to achieve better results.
At the state level, some sort of a immunization coverage improvement planning kind of thing would really helpful, in addition to what is being done to strengthen the system as a whole, which is equally important.
And that concludes the news beats. We now rejoin Thelma and Patient.